Yeah.
And then, you say 5 years ago, I see people on your social media remind you like certain parts of the world, like for example, especially Europe.
Yeah.
Like they come across a song and then they vibe to it like the same reaction Africa had like the first time they heard it.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, this is the job. And then Africans are like, yo.
Guys, do you know how many albums this guy has
I
released
know,
after
right?
that?
So,
MD90, what does MD90 stand for?
yes. So MD90 was simply an abbreviation of my names.
Yeah.
That is Mwamba David, and then I was born in 1990. So just combining those two. Ooh, I don't think you know. So I just walked right up to you to tell you one thing. Subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm out. Ooh, I'm out of the show. Hello world, from whichever time zone you're catching me from, my name is MD90 and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification to all. Well, from the title of this video, you already know who I'm meeting. Roberto Zambia, as commonly known as Roberto Amarula. Let's get to meet him. What's up, bro?
Hey man, you okay?
Thanks for taking the time to meet me, bro.
Not a problem, not a problem.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
Thanks, and welcome back home.
Thank you. In fact, someone was telling me in your intro you're saying Roberto Zambia. Someone was telling me I think we need to change that to Roberto Global.
Oh yeah, definitely.
think so?
Just, oh yes, definitely. We have to change it to global. And especially this year we gotta beat the Amarula. Like everyone's Roberto Amarula. It's a common Zambian thing where they tag you to Roberto Amarula.
Yeah.
Otherwise, how was your tour in East Africa?
East Africa was amazing. It wasn't my first time going there.
Not at all.
I've been there a couple of times, and each time always feels as if it's the first. But for me, what's really interesting is how we get to create new material that carries us into another year, and you know, it's amazing. For me, it's just a great opportunity to always get to go somewhere and come back with magic that we went with, you know. So yeah, looking forward to the fruits of 2020.
And then again, one thing that stands out and got everyone talking was your reception in Uganda. Like, I stand to be corrected, but you're the only Zambian artist that we've witnessed such an entourage for. Like really, how does it feel to get, I think, aside from Southern Africa, which is like home for you, the only other place that I've noticed for you, your music must be even bigger in East Africa. What makes your music stand out like that in East Africa?
I think it's just the way that I create my music, you know. We have such strong cultures that are similar, from Southern Africa to East Africa. And we are all Bantu speaking, you know, communities and countries. So we have a lot of similarities in our food, the way we speak, even our sound. So for me, what I always like to do is that when I travel somewhere, I try to tap into what they're looking for, and then I try to match what I have and what they have, so that way you create a very interesting mixture of content and music for the people to enjoy. And what I think is still working, and what I think will always work even for other Zambian artists, is opportunity to collaborate with other artists. I am a firm believer in collaborations, because that helps you tap into, you know, another artist set of people, you know, and set of fans, and they too get to know about me. Why Zambians get to know about them. For example, I'll give you a great example. People in Zambia had no idea who Bini Ganta was, but then we worked on a song, because Bini Ganta is like the newest, most happening artist, young artist in Uganda.
I came across him from your music.
Exactly, and these days I see some of his posts and I'm like looking at it, wait, this is a Zambian.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know what I mean? And like I'm seeing all these people who are now following his music. I was attending an event just the other day, and they were playing Bini Ganta's music. So I'm like, wait, how did you get to know about this? Like, no, after we saw the song that you did with him, we went on YouTube and started searching his music, and I liked the song.
That description is exactly what I did.
Really?
Like, really. I don't know this guy. I follow Ugandan music a lot, especially from General Oz's days when he did the Earth Club.
Yeah,
so I've been, yes, I came across a lot of Ugandan artists from that.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that dude. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, all right. He's got something going on.
And you see, that's the thing. Hence, I'm saying collaborations are very, very important. Sometimes we want to work with the most outstanding artists in that country, which becomes so difficult. But I'll tell you one thing. Sometimes the magic is working with someone who is as hungry as you are, because they will push the song because they want everybody to know, say, I did a song with an artist from another country. But when you work with someone who is already established, for them it's just like, you need the feature.
And you drag, no, would you share this?
Exactly. But if you see what's happening, and that's the thing, if you notice what's happening on my social media and what's happening on his social media, it's one and the same. So anybody who goes to his social media, they see, Biniganta and Roberto, and they come to my social media and they find Roberto and Biniganta. You're kind of like, okay, so who is this person?
True.
Because we share the same hunger.
Yes.
We want everybody to know what we're doing.
Yeah.
He wants his people to know that he's working on a song with
Roberto.
Exactly.
No, that's dope stuff.
Yeah.
And then another thing, you like to downplay like your achievements. One thing I like to point out is that your recent video, it's not the most recent, your most recent is No More. I mean, Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful just took a different wavelength. First of all, like on continental charts, like you broke the record. You're the only Zambian artist to have debuted, on #1 and stood there not only just for #1 for a week.
A whole month.
And then when people present such statistics to you, what is your reaction?
It is, I think, probably the best feeling ever. Like I mentioned earlier on, like every achievement comes as it is. It shouldn't make you feel like, okay, now you know what I mean, so I shouldn't. But every achievement for me is like, wow, if I did this, you're expecting to see another video at #1, not for 1 month, maybe for 2 months. So it takes you back to say, okay, let me go back to my, planning or my storyboard and say, okay, since we've done this and achieved this, what now can we do to actually up the, the scale? So for me, it's a great achievement. It puts me back into work mode. It doesn't make me feel like I should relax. If anything, that's what drives and motivates me. And if you feel and think that way as well, then definitely you're heading the right direction, because nothing should excite you more than being able to break your own record and be better the next time around. So yeah, you keep working.
And another thing with your portfolio is that you've diversified. You are in broadcasting.
Yeah.
You music. And then you did a debut. I don't know if that's your first time directing, but publicly credited on the same beautiful song, like directing your music videos.
Yeah.
With Brotherhood Music, this element that you've now incorporated, the Brotherhood films.
Yeah.
Is it just going to be based on music videos, or are you going for that?
No. It's just not music videos. If anything, we have already branched out into other content that we're working on. We are also getting to do content for weddings. We're also doing content for TV, and we have a couple of other institutions that have approached us to work on documentaries for, I'm not mentioning what. So for us, if I'd say for me, I am such a fan of film. So whatever challenge is thrown at me, and I break it down to my team and say, guys, there's this that we want to work on. We try to do our best, and it's not a one-man show. They are a couple of great people that I work with under Brotherhood Films. Sometimes we do subcontract based on what we want to achieve. So it's a question of us getting to merge with other great creatives and try to work on different material, different content that will be beneficial for whichever client comes our way, but at the same time something that will be appealing to the person who's viewing that. So definitely Brotherhood Films is just not about music videos, but it's about different content that we're looking at.
It's much broader than that.
Yes.
And then my question, I think this is my personal question.
Okay.
Are we ever going to get an Aussie Roberto album? Not a song, like an album, or is it ever coming, or it's just, nah, we're not doing that?
Well, when we were, I don't know if you know this, but I feel like maybe we didn't really promote it that much, but there's a Brotherhood music album.
Where Manasseh's or...
Yeah, that's where there's Roger, there's that song Roger.
Yes,
so each one of us recorded a song specifically for that album. Into You was meant for...
Are you serious?
Yes.
It's on that album?
Yes. African Woman initially was meant for that album.
No.
Yeah, so if anything, what we did, Ozzy and I have got a lot of songs.
You guys got music, really.
Anyway, let me not say much. That is the reason why when certain story came up, we were just like really, because African Woman is an old song.
Yeah.
It's a really, really old song. But then what happened was Ozzy was playing and he's like, you know, this song is actually good.
Sometime afterwards or after?
No, way before we actually put it out.
Yes.
Because I think the time that we put out that song, we had recorded it, I think, like a year earlier.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So he was like, you know, this song is really good. So I was like, look, I'm putting out a different song altogether. It's like, trust me, just put out this song. It will bang, like this song. I'm like, but we recorded this song like years back. You know what I mean? It's like, trust me, right now this is the sound that is trending. And that's how we decided, you know, let's just do it.
And the response?
The response was great. Though, yeah, I received a certain level of criticism, but it's all good. We move on.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, it's something we've been thinking about and talking about for a long time. We've recorded a number of songs. Oz is currently in studio.
Yeah.
Working on his follow-up project. I will tell you for a fact, if you love Burna Boy, you'll love this Aussie album. If you love Davido's music, you're gonna love this Aussie album. If you love Popcorn, Mavado, and Vibes Cartel, I can guarantee you, you're gonna love this Aussie album.
I hope it's a 2020 album, not
it is.
some 2021 campaign album.
It is. It is. And Oz is one person who loves to listen to ideas. He's working with, I think, probably one of the best set of new producers. A lot of the new producers that you hear around, Ozzy just said, you know what, I'm going to put my Barrett down and my Ntepes, you know, I'll not be a general, I'll just be Ozzy. And I love the fact that he's taken a backseat and said, help me create music that is also appealing to you guys. So he's working with a lot of new cuts. Exactly. And that has changed the sound so much that it feels like, okay, yeah, you know, Ozzy just, yes, the new Ozzy, but
for the new decade.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys definitely need to look out for this album. It's definitely going to be a blast.
So aside from you and Ozzy, definitely, it's not easy to get out of your shadow like you're a big artist. It's like you, for a long time, people were just, Ozzy, until you stood out, you became your own, own element. Which other person should we look out for from the camp, the brotherhood? Camp?
I know the guys will kill me for this, but... there's something coming from everybody.
Nah, we need a name. We need a name. You just have
no names mentioned. There's something coming from everybody. It's 2020. We've gone back to the roots and said, okay, what is it that drove us back in the days? And we just said, you know what, it's just music, just the passion, you know, being able to walk into studio. And this is what used to happen. Minus would get off work and come beat at 18 hours and we'll just play around, goof around before you notice it. Hey, there's a song that is done, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you just be like, just freestyling to stuff, and before you notice it, you know, put it. And you know, you structure a song. There's Young Rico, there's Mandela, there's Ozzy, there's myself. Guys, like, yeah. So 2020 brotherhood music. Man.
What turns out for me with you is that your copyright protection of your content online, like it's well protected. When did you make a deliberate change to say I'm going to protect what I put out there?
It goes back to just how I started mentioning my name in songs. I used to have people sing my songs at events because back then, you know, social media wasn't as big as it is now. You know, so if you're not on ZNBC TV, Nishi. Exactly, you know, so there used to be instances where people would perform my songs and that sort of thing, and that kind of like just drove me and say, you know, people need to know who the owner of the song is. And that's how I just started mentioning my name in the song. Like, my name is Roberto. Exactly. And that has become a brand by itself because every time you go somewhere, someone will be like, hey, my name is Roberto. I'm like, exactly. Thank you very much. That's what I wanted. So it goes back to that where you want to ensure that this is your content. And right now, music is a business.
It is.
Huge business. And music is being playlisted in film. If I had to break it down in film, I would say series.
Soundtracks?
Yeah, series, movie soundtracks, you know, commercials and that sort of thing. So it's important for each artist to know that you can actually make money from the passion that you have, which is music. And I took it upon myself to say, you know what, everything that I put out has to be in such an order. So anything that I put out right now, I can guarantee if you use my song, it's gonna pop up and say, okay, this song actually belongs to this person.
It does.
And it's important for, I tell all my friends, guys, it's important for you to have your music on the right platform so that you benefit from your hard work. So the issue of piracy, of course, has been sung over and over again.
I mean, Beyonce's album is pirated the same day, but how come she makes more money?
Exactly. So the thing is, people might not know this, but if, for example, you film yourself, selfie video, and my song is playing in the background, I'll get paid.
Definitely you will.
Thank you. If you upload a song on YouTube, it's your YouTube account, and my song is playing in the background, I'm going to get paid. So it's important for every artist to understand the dynamics of the business, as well as the importance and the relevance of having your music on a copyright scale. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Bro.
So you heard that right. Take notes, people.
Please.
So, and then just to close it off, we're just beginning the year, 2020.
Yeah.
What other collaborations should people look out for from Roberto, aside from the Zambian ones? Continental or global?
Yeah. Look, this week we're celebrating 5 years of Amarula itself. So, for me, it's a memory that reminds me that. Yeah, it was 5 years ago.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
And then you say 5 years ago. I see people on your social media remind you like certain parts of the world, like for example, especially Europe.
Yeah.
Like they come across a song and then they vibe to it like the same reaction Africa had like the first time they heard it. Yeah. And they're like, no, this is the job. And then Africans are like, yo. This,
Do you know how many albums this guy has
I know, right? So, what is your reaction when people react to your music, like music that you put out 5 years ago, and then like it's new?
Look, it's what we fight for. And for me, when I go back to my library, my music library, and you find music by Bob Marley, you find music by Maxi Priest, UB40, Joe Thomas, Blackstreet or Boyz II Men, all that is timeless music.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? And it's the one thing that even our fathers or our grandfathers will tell you. They'll be like, you need to make music that will last for a very long time.
Yeah.
Sometimes people say, oh no, it's easy to sing along, it's bubblegum music. No. The reason why that song is still relevant up to today, it's just not because it's easy to sing along. The message, the way it was delivered, and for me, that is what is important. I just don't want to sing a song because I'm looking for a hit song. I always want to sing music that, even if the kids sing it, 10 years later, if they hear it, they'll be like, wow, this message is great.
Yeah.
It's important for you to have a positive message, a message that will relate to somebody. But at the same time, people love to dance. A lot of people who are miserable, others are happy. So you need to find a balance where someone, even if someone is miserable and the person who's happy, they meet on the dance floor, they're dancing for the same cause.
Yeah.
They're just having a good time. So for me, I love to create music that is timeless. And I'm glad that Amarula is still making rounds. You should see what happens when we perform Save Our Love. People are like, what? That's
I know, right?
You know what I mean? So that's my whole aim. I love to
make classic music.
Yeah.
No, thanks for your time, bro.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, one thing I almost forgot this question. Like for an artist, whether African or wherever they are watching you from, and then like they've been thinking to say, when I'm having my break, they've been putting in the work, but they're not. It's just not happening. What would be a word for such an artist?
Determination. It took me, I think, about 4 years. Yeah, I think about 4 years to actually even get my first hit single. But the thing is, everywhere you go, people know you at a particular time and stage. People in your neighborhood might know you, your friends will know you, and they'll understand how good you are. But sometimes we need to be able to say, all right, guys, you are my friends. If I'm popular amongst us, how can we make this brand popular away from this circle of friends? And sometimes it's important for you to get thoughts, ideas, as well as opinions from other people other than your friends. It's not disrespect, but sometimes you might not want to hurt my feelings by telling me certain things.
True.
Not that you don't want the best for me, but you kind of like maybe have been able to know how I react to certain news and information. So you might tell me something in a certain way, but someone who barely knows me will just tell you spot on. Do you know that there used to be times when I'd play my songs to other people and say, but this guy, what does he think he is? What sort of song is this? And someone would be like, imagine, I'm Baso, and you know, they're telling you something that your friends might tell you.
Yes.
That's why I always say, even negative criticism has got positive message in it. Because whatever it is that someone is criticizing you on, if you go back and say, okay, so this person said, I sound like this person, this person, this person. Let me try and find out if really this is true that I sound like this person. Then you ask other people, and if they tell you it's true, then it simply means even the person who was criticizing you in a negative way had something that you need to learn from there. So hence I'm saying it's important for you sometimes to step away from a certain circle that you might be inclined to and just to get a different opinion. That way it helps you grow, it helps nurture you mentally, it prepares you for certain level of criticism. So it's important for you to be able to learn for me, it's the one thing that I appreciate.
Constant learning.
Exactly. You need, every day you learn something, and you need to be able to say, look, I might know this and know that, but someone somewhere will be telling you something that will help build your career. It might hurt there and then, but step back and say, okay, why did this person say that? Did they say it to hurt my feelings or to help me understand that this is a situation that I'm in and I need to improve? So it's important for you to be able to take criticism, and it's important for you to learn.
There couldn't be a better sign-off than that, ladies and gentlemen. Catch you in the next episode.
That's right.
Subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. You see that red button down there? That same red one. Click it.